Welcome again to The Word is Alive. The Word is Alive is a part of R.F. Loggins Ministries. It is a ministry designed to equip the whole church with the whole gospel in order to reach the whole world. We have been talking about in our series on Mighty Men of God the various distinctive natures and various things concerning the essence of becoming and being a mighty man of God. Today, we shall endeavor to look at chapter 2 in the Mighty Men of God's book, David's Dream Team. As David's men sought to make David king, it is our intent as men of God to make the Lord Jesus Christ the King and the Lord over our lives. And once we have crowned him over our lives and we become the men that God can use for such a time as this, we impact our family, we impact our wives, we become the men that our children can look up to. We literally become the men that lead our families and lead our communities and be a part of that kind of man and those kind of men who make a significant difference in our culture today. And if there ever was a time that there was a need for men to make a profound and significant difference in our culture today, the time is now. In chapter 2, in Mighty Men of God, addresses the matter of this question: what is it that makes a mighty man of God truly a mighty man of God? What is it that sets apart a man as a mighty man to become a mighty man of God? And in chapter 2, we address that question by the very simplicity of this nature, and that is the characteristics of mighty men, the character traits, the distinctive things that sets these kind of men apart from all other men. And these particular characteristics present to us men who are the boldest, the baddest brothers in town. These men are men who are unafraid to deal with the circumstances in their life and the circumstances of the culture and be able to penetrate the culture with authority and power and honor and distinctiveness that separates them from all other individuals and personalities within that culture. There are 5 distinctive character traits that set these men apart, and I want to give them to us in this manner. The first one is these men were heavy. They were weighty. They had substance. They had authority. They had power. They had provision within them. They were heavy. They made a decision and they stuck to the decision to which they made. Secondly, these men were very helpful. They were servant. There was a servant motif in their life that set them apart from not just being a person of mundane nature, but people and men who were servants. They served first and asked questions later. Thirdly, they were heroic. There were situations in their life that confronted them, but they were so confident in God. They were so confident in his authority. They were so confident in his peace. They were so confident in his provisions. They were so confident in his persuasion. They were so confident in his consuming power in their life that they were willing to stand against the forces of hell itself to be heroic and pay the price of being a mighty man of God. So first of all, they were heavy. Secondly, they were helpful. Thirdly, they were heroic. And fourthly, they were honest. There was an honesty about them that set them apart from other men. You can take them at their word. When they said it, they meant it. They wouldn't have said it if they didn't mean it. They stuck to their word. Their word was their bond. In other words, you can take their word and put it in the bank and know their word would stick to the very end of time. They were honest. They were honest. First, they were heavy. Second, they were helpful. Third, beloved, they were heroic. Fourth, they were honest. And fifth and finally, they were men who had the ability to understand the quality of haughtiness. They were haughty. They had a lot of abilities to be haughty. Inside of them, They were haughty. They stuck together. They were able to go through things despite the circumstances. They weathered through the storms, and they were haughty, like a plant that is planted in fertile soil. The haughtiness of that plant, the substance in its life, caused that plant to be able to persevere. These men were haughty. They were able to persevere through difficult circumstances and situations because of the character of God in their heart. These were David's mighty men. These were men who were set apart to be used by King David. The first was, of the big five, Jeshub-Batshebat. He was a Tekoamite. The second man was Eleazar, the son of Doadiah. He was an Ahohite. These men were men who were distinctively different in so many ways. The third one was, of the big five, was Shammah, the son of Agee. He was a Horoite. The fourth big five was Abishai, the brother of Joab, son of Zeruiah. He was David's mighty man. And the fifth of the big five, beloved, was Benaiah, son of Jehoiada. He was from Kabzeel. He was an awesome mighty man of God. In the next portion of this series, we will be lifting these men up and talking about the nature of these men, the character traits that set them apart to be the mighty men of God that God could use in a very significant way for the glory of and honor of the Lord Jesus Christ. It is my prayer that every man decide to be a mighty man of God, and watch your family, watch your home be transformed by the power of the stability of a man who has made the Lord Jesus Christ the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, and the great I am in his life. When you do that, God will be glorified, Christ will be edified, and all that God has put in your life will bring a bountiful amount of fruit, because you have decided not just simply to make David kings as David mighty men did, but to make the Lord Jesus Christ the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords in your life. God bless you, beloved. God bless you, brothers. God bless you, mighty men of God. Stay with it. Stick with it. God is with you. God bless you. RF Loggins Ministries, a ministry that is about equipping the whole church with the whole gospel in order to reach the whole world. Equipping men to equip men to make disciples of Jesus Christ with a message of mercy from the Master. God bless you, and God be with you. You are indeed mighty men of God.